gracious me!
What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to the Road to Glory. I am doing something I didn't think I'd do, but I'm doing it because it just kind of makes sense to do it. And that is the Pavel Nedved SBC. Why? Well, you don't want him. No, you're right. I don't want him. But I'm doing this French League 81 plus SBC, and I keep getting duplicates. And the Nedved SBC doesn't really require anything crazy. 83, 84, 85 rated teams and an icon, and then there's a couple of other ones that requires informs. But I packed a duplicate Marcel, and I couldn't find an SBC that I wanted to put him into that would have actually gone towards something that I want, right? So I thought to myself, let's have a look at the icons. The only one realistically there that I think I can achieve before the timer runs out, because Van Nistelrooy is just ridiculous. I would have gone for Van der Sar if I had my way, but he is too expensive. I just don't think he's worth it. Nedved is definitely worth it. So I thought, well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll use Nakata or Desai. I'm thinking Nakata right now, though. I'll put Nakata into Nedved. That's the icon portion of it done. He then needs an 83 rated team, which I did because I had a spare couple of informs, and I had a duplicate that I needed to get rid of, and I had the players already. I had to buy like 2 or 3 Italian players for like 2,000 or 3,000 coins. Nothing too crazy, but I had it all pretty much in the club. So I used what I had, completed the 83 rated team. We've already got the icon, so I need to do 84, 85. We have Buffon, we have Verratti, we have a few other players as well. So yeah, I'm thinking to just get Nedved done. We can then bring Nedved on instead of a way Nakata would come on. To be fair, Nakata's not going to look in anyway because we have Kevin De Bruyne for the central midfield spot. We have more than enough in the way of strikers and wingers and things we can bring on. So Nedved wouldn't even get a look in anyway. Nakata doesn't really get a look in. So it's just for packs more than anything. You know, we're using players we already have in the club. We'll get some packs. We'll get a 50k pack, a 100k pack. I think there's half a 100k. There might even be a 55k along the way somewhere. It's just packs for more or less nothing. You know, we're doing the SBC, which is costing us a few thousand coins, but it's going to give us a bigger chance of getting something good, and we'll get Nedved, who in my opinion is a better icon than Nakata anyway. So if we do ever want to use him, we can. And it's just content at the end of the day. It's no skin off my nose. We'll spend a few coins here or there to be able to do the 81 plus packs, and we'll get in some decent content out of it. We go into Weekend League here. We're already, what were we, 1-1 or 2-1 or something going into this? I can't remember where we were. 3 games in this. We must have been 1-1 because I only lose, I think I lose one of these 3 games. Two tight games, one just very straightforward run-of-the-mill game. Oh, there we go. There's someone in the comments who says, I completed Nakata and hated him, so I put him into Nedved. Yeah, and there you go. That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm not doing it because I hate Nakata. I think Nakata's a good player. He doesn't suit my formation and my team. I'm not saying he's not good enough to get in, because he is, but he just doesn't suit, you know, I wouldn't want to play him ahead of Gerrard, you know, so I'm more than happy to put him into the SBC for Nedved, but then I'm more than happy to put Nedved into Litmanen or something when they release that, you know, so swings and roundabouts. Mossy says, love the vids, mate. Road to Glory reviews, always give it a watch, even if it's a player I have no interest in buying. Just love you, your personality and content. Thank you very much. A lot of people have thumbs that up, and a lot of people have left comments on that as well. So I appreciate that massively. Thank you very much. Because you always, like, when I'm sat here making a video, I go through the motions of a player review or a video in general. Like I've started doing some random one-off. You know, I enjoy this card. Is this meta? This is a great upgrade. You know, they're not really player reviews, but they are at the same time, sort of thing. I go through the motions with it, and I don't really think about what I'm doing. I just sort of do it because I've done it for so long now, and I never really sit down to think sometimes I think to myself, who the hell is watching this stuff? You know, because what I think I make is crap. And I think most content creators will probably believe that what they make is trash. Some big ego people will believe what they make is class, and sometimes it is, right? But I don't know, I just sit there and I'm wondering, who the hell is watching? Like, I'm speaking now, who the hell is listening to this? Come on. Who in their right mind would be sat there listening to this rubbish? But I appreciate it if you are one of those crazy people who will sit there and listen to me talk absolute bollocks for the best part of 20-25 minutes. If you're wondering why Balotelli is in the team, I actually did an 81 plus upgrade yesterday trying to get myself the... what was I trying to get myself? I was trying to get myself some high-rated players to put into Nedved, and I managed to get one to watch Balotelli. I'll put the clip in at the end of the gameplay here, and I know I've ruined it a little bit. Maybe I should have put it at the beginning, but it's too late now. I've pressed record. So yeah, I'll try and find that clip because I forgot to put it in there, obviously. But I got quite lucky there, really. I think I got Luis Gustavo in the same pack, maybe. Leo says, I don't play FIFA anymore, but I still watch you every day. Thank you very much, Leo. And anybody else who's just given up on the game because it's trash, but still watches the content. You guys are legends. Naan Bread says, I think I've found a way, or found a tactic, to stop kickoff goals. When I feel like someone is going to score, I just slide tackle them. Either way, win the ball or give away a foul. It completely stops the momentum. Yeah, I do agree to a certain extent, because I've started, well, I've not started to do it, I've done it in the past. But sometimes you just can't get near them, you know? Like, even when you're trying to foul them or you're trying to just put a foot in and see if you can take the ball, sometimes you just can't get near them in general. So it's a decent tactic. The only problem with it is, of course, if you've scored 2 or 3 goals in a game and you have to do that to stop your opponent, chances are eventually you're going to give away a red card, and that just brings a whole host of other problems with it. It's something they need to look at, because in this game in particularly, that's not a kickoff goal, but the one before it was. I think it was. If he scored first, it was in the 4th minute. I think I've not been paying attention to the clips, but his goal was a kickoff goal. Now I am guilty of scoring them myself, but I still moan when I score them. I laugh and I'm call it pathetic, even if I score a kickoff goal, which is stupid. You know, it just doesn't make any sense to me. That type of thing annoys me greatly as well. Rebounds are a thing in the real world, of course, but you score them so often in FIFA. It's basically a ping ball, isn't it, really? They used to make pinball games, but apparently they still do with this, because this is only about 40% enjoyment, 60% AIDS. It's ridiculous. We managed to score a cross, not from a header though, to make it 3-3. Mahrez weak foot, and it was it wasn't a kickoff goal, but it was just a complete lax in sort of in not judgment but concentration, I guess, a lapse in concentration, and he manages to score. He probably did deserve to beat me there, to be fair. I felt a little bit hard done by, but when you look at the stats and you watch back the gameplay, he definitely deserved to beat me. We're not doing too well at the moment, 3-2, but to be fair, I'm alright with it, because the game, I just can't get on with it. I'm not a fan of it. It's not because I'm not good at it, it's just, it's not ready, is it? It shouldn't have been released the way it was. They've tried to fix it, it's not really been fixed properly. What they've fixed has been fixed, but it's just brought out some more problems. Does that make sense? And the Balotelli thing should be on screen for you right now, but it's just, I tolerate it because I have to. If I wasn't a content creator, I probably wouldn't play this game anywhere near as much as I do. I would still play FIFA because I enjoy it to a degree, but the amount that I play, I don't enjoy the amount I play, if that makes sense. I would much rather play like 1 or 2 games a week, some SBCs, maybe open some packs, and that would probably be my lot. I wouldn't be playing a full weekend league every week and doing squad battles and doing stuff in the week and playing rivals and such. I don't understand how people do it. I really don't. Someone says you need to get that 91 Yari. You need to get it. I tell you what, I do. But the problem is he's extinct on PC right now, so I am literally waiting for them to release an SBC. I think they need to quicken up the SBCs though. If they don't hurry up, the problem they're going to have is they're going to start releasing things like Pele, Ronaldinho, Maradona when the game is dead and buried and no one cares anymore. I mean, we're already starting to see people going, I've given up on the game. But, you know, they need to release it. They need to get the content out there, and I think they're taking too long, which is a shame. You'd have thought that they would have learned their lesson. I think they did this through, was it 17 they did it? And they took so long to introduce them. By the time Roy Keane came around, the game was almost done. Like, I don't think they released him till like July, which was stupid. I hope they don't do that again. So, to fund the packs that we've done, I've had to sell Yusuf Poulsen, and you can see that we're even now still down to 18,000 coins. I'm not bothered by it. I don't regret doing it. I'm glad that we've done it, because we've managed to keep an awful lot of stuff in the club, considering that what we've done. You know, I've kept Kevin De Bruyne, which is something that I didn't expect to be able to do. I thought he was going to go into an SBC to get Nakata. I managed to pack Cavani, which sort of substituted them around. We've obviously got Nakata. I've kept Mahrez, which ages ago I was tempted to put into an SBC. We've still got Nainggolan in there. I've got that new Falcao because all he cost was 282s. We've got Juan Jesus from FootSwap, which, by the way, I'm not a massive fan of, and I don't know why. I was playing him instead of Desai through the week in Rivals, and I was conceding more goals than normal. Switched them back around, and it kind of stopped the rot slightly, but not as much as what it did when we had Skriniar in there. So if I was to rank them, I'd go Skriniar, Desai, Juan Jesus. I don't know why. I'm not blaming him necessarily, but for some reason, when I have Desai in there, I concede less goals. When I have Skriniar and Handanovic in there, I concede even less. Alisson, you would have seen during the clips if you were watching, he made some tremendous saves through a few games in Foot Champ so far, so I'm not blaming him at all, although I do prefer Handanovic. One day, maybe we'll introduce Handanovic and Skriniar back into the fold, but for right now we can't do it due to money and chemistry reasons. Let me give a quick injury card to Dani Alves, because that flashing thing is getting on my nerves. We've kept Calvert-Lewin, which is definitely a card I expected to have seen the back of by now, but he's still there. Through choice as well, I tried my best to keep him in there, and that's why he remains. Carlos Tevez is a card that just never gets game time, which is just, it's strange, because look at the stats on him. You could easily use him as a centre mid, or as a cam, or as a winger, or as a striker. He's so versatile, and yet he never sees the light of day. And the reason he doesn't is because we have Kevin De Bruyne on the bench. We've got Torres, Mahrez, Ibra, Falcao. There's not enough substitutions in the day. The reason why Balotelli is there, by the way, is because I was doing a little video on him just to see if he's still as overpowered as he has been in previous FIFAs. He's fun to use. I wouldn't say he's overpowered. I may or may not continue to use him for the foreseeable future, just for a bit of fun, just for something a bit different. You know, like we said, we normally use, we like to use like a fun player. I've not really done that this time round, but Balotelli has that now taken the reins, and I think he may stay there for the next few games just to see how we get on. But yeah, we've got quite a few, players in the club right now that we're not as low as you'd think or you'd expect, because we didn't have an awful lot of money. But we've got 88 Buffon, we've got 86 Verratti, I've got Payet, who I don't think you would have seen me pack actually. Maybe you will, maybe you wouldn't have. Depay, Tuvan, we've got quite a few 83s in here from the French League. SBC, few reds left. I am using them just as and when now, because why not? I've got that Inform Marçal in there as well. We've got the one to watch Meunier, and I think that's it. Then we move into some untradeable silvers and some foot swap stuff. I hope they bring out like some sort of scraps foot swap thing where you can put in foot swap cards from any month and you can use them towards something, because there's always one or two left over, and I'll get one from squad battles this week, and I can't use them. I don't have enough for anything significant, so I just leave them there. Hopefully one day we'll get some sort of scraps. But that's the team. A lot of people keep asking me about tactics, so I will go into them because I haven't showed you this for a long time. Might as well take up the opportunity now. So I've been toying with this sort of 4-1-3-2 lately, and we've been playing all of the weekend league games so far with a 4-1-3-2, and it looks like this in game. So we have back four as it is, and then Fabinho is the furthest back CDM. Steven Gerrard is just ahead of him, so he's been involved in the play a little bit more. And I'm kind of leaning towards starting Kevin De Bruyne where Gerrard is currently, just because Gerrard, that card in particular, that 86, doesn't have the stamina that position demands. We have Best on the left, Rivaldo on the right, Balotelli and Roberto Firmino, I was going to say for some reason. He's been in the team for a long time. Cristiano Ronaldo up front, although normally it's someone like Ibra or Torres. Ibra does work very well for the amount of crosses that I've been dumping into the box recently. Steven Gerrard, though, it's interesting. I cannot make my mind up whether I want to keep him or whether I want him gone. I like him a lot. He's a great player. We can get 650 for him easy, if not a bit more. You know, I'd start off 680 and see what we could get, but I've been so tempted to sell him. I really have. Like, I genuinely don't see icon prices going back up to the point where this is going to go up in price, because this is quite highly priced compared to where icons currently are. People keep telling me don't sell him because if they release, or when they release an icon that requires 2, 3, 4 icons, people are going to start buying them up and the price will be driven back up again. The problem with it is he's nearly 700,000 coins. The cheapest icon is like 500,000. So there's nearly a 200,000 difference between the cheapest icon and Steven Gerrard's current baby price. So, or base price. So am I realistically going to see a profit, or not profit, but an increase? I don't think it's 500. I think it's like 540 or something. Maybe it is 500. Anyway, 535. I think we checked it yesterday. Maybe we did, maybe we didn't. And it was about 500k. So it depends on the time of day, fluctuations and such. But I genuinely don't see the price of these icons, the lowest rated ones that people don't care about, going up to the 700,000 mark again. I just don't see it happening. Me selling Gerrard would allow me to do so many things. I could finish off the Nedved SBC, which, you know, is irrelevant. We don't really care about Nedved, but it's the packs. You know, I would rinse this till it's within an inch of its life. Keep getting players. Eventually, we could pack Mbappe or Neymar. That could be interesting for the series. I probably would end up using Neymar for a weekend. Same with Mbappe because he's been newly upgraded. Would mean that I could spend a little bit more time on the account as well, because we could do a video on the upgraded Mbappe. But yeah, I would rinse that until we had enough players to be able to complete the next segment. I'm not too far away, incidentally, from being able to complete this Nedved. We've got 83 done, right? So the 85 rated team is more or less done. We are 1 rating away, but I know if I was to use my Falcao instead of this Tuvan, it goes up to 85 rated squad with 93 chem. Because most of the players, in fact all of the players in there, are French League. And all I would have to do is buy that inform, which we may or may not pack if we were to rinse that SBC anyway. And we'd have to buy Ruffier, which is about 5 or 6k. Not too bad at all. And then we move on to the 84 rated team. I have Verratti stored, or left back, and I have a few other players we could use. But it wouldn't take me too long to generate the players to be able to complete that. We have the icon. That just requires 2 informs, and then these 2 are easy. They're like 4 or 5k each max. In fact, we may even have the players to complete that already. So we'd have packs, we'd have a new icon, I'd have loads of money left over, because it's not going to cost me more than, say, 100k to get all of this done with stuff. In fact, it won't even cost me 100k. But you know what I mean? And we could get things from the packs. You get a 50k pack there, you get half 100 there, you get a 100k pack there, you get a rare Electrum, which I really like there, and then these 2 are pretty pointless, but still. And we've got a lot of players in the club. You know, we could end up doing some other SBCs. I'm so tempted to sell him. And then we have Kevin De Bruyne, who theoretically at least is a better player than Steven Gerrard anyway. So why am I not doing it? I'm literally not doing it because A, people have told me not to, and B, because it's Steven Gerrard. Like, for the time being, right, I could put Nakata where Gerrard is, play Kevin De Bruyne there. Or, well, I don't even have to do that. I mean, for the time being, I could just do this, you know. Like, that works. Just play Nakata where Gerrard is currently playing. I don't necessarily think Nakata is better suited, because Gerrard is good going forward but does his defensive duty as well. Nakata doesn't have that. But for the time being, I would allow it, you know. And then eventually, when we have enough to be able to submit Nakata in for Nedved, then we'll have to have a look and maybe we'll reassess the situation and so on. But, you know, I'm very tempted to do it. I honestly think I will. And it's going to take a massive talking to for me to be able to be talked out of it. But it'll give us a lot of coins going forward. Because something else I'd like to do is, and as much as I hate it, draft. I want to start doing this more often. Because as much as I hate doing the draft, eventually we'll hit a run where we win the draft. We'll hit a run where we get to the final. We'll get packs back. And it's something to add to the series. Because I'm not a massive fan of FUT Champions, you know that. I can't always play the full set of games. In fact, I've not done it once this year, played the full set, because I don't have the time. But the days I do have time are the days in the week where you can't do anything. So I might start doing the draft. And as much as I hate doing it, and even if we get knocked out first round, it'll still be fun to build the squads, because building drafts are fun. I just don't like playing the games as much. But, you know, we can test out different formations, we can test out different players, different icons, because icons are rife at the moment in draft for some reason. People keep pulling icons left, right and centre. I think it'll be a lot more enjoyable, and we'll mix it up a little bit by doing draft in the week. So eventually as well, we might end up doing them over the weekend and take a bit of a break from FUT Champs, because at the moment these sort of Team of the Week cards, the red player picks, they're not that, it's not worth the grind. We might as well just grind draft through the week and on the weekends, because it takes far less time to do a draft than it does play a full weekend league. And we could end up building the packs up every Thursday to where we have more packs and we've played less games than what you get in FUT Champs. So there's that. I'm going to call it a day there. It's nearly 6 o'clock. We could end up getting something, but we'll leave that for tomorrow. Squad battles wise, I think we'll probably end up finishing rank 2. I'll play another couple of games, but I think we'll probably end up finishing around rank 2. I kind of wanted to finish rank 1, maybe if there's enough left. We still have the featured squad, so that's 1,500 guaranteed. Maybe we'll finish rank 1. I kind of want to finish silver 1, so we get 2 15k packs and 7k coins. That'll be decent. It's much better than what we get for that, really, but we'll see what happens. If you have enjoyed this episode of The Road to Glory, do me a favour, lads, smack the like button. It really does help me out a lot. Leave your thoughts about Steven Gerrard in the comments. I'm very tempted to do it. I really am. But I don't know whether I should or not. I don't know if I can bring myself to do it. I love that Gerrard card a lot. But over time, Jari Litmanen's 91 will be the card to replace that Steven Gerrard. And then maybe over time, the Moments Gerrard SBC, when that becomes available, will replace Fabinho. Like, we'll have Gerrard's Moments there, and we'll have Litmanen moment there, and that will be the ultimate dream. That's the end goal. And then, of course, maybe Ronaldinho, just his prime, because the Moments is going to be mental, on the left-hand side or something. That kind of thing. I think that's what I'm kind of edging towards. Does it make sense to sell him now so we can start that ball rolling, to start stockpiling high-rated players, get some packs on the go, do some drafts? What do you guys reckon? Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, and until the next time, goodbye.